Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The tackle made.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On the ground, this is Michel. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He completes it right side to White.
Haskins.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They go play action with Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson's going to look to run it. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
intercepted.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The ball
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought him down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we... do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Michel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route, an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
Haskins going to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
7-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
It's a gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
He'll buy some time right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On the ground is Michel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
New England on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2nd and 11 at the 38.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. 30. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They go play action now. Haskins. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Haskins back to the air. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
For N'Keal Harry, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting him to shreds.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This time Jackson will throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the Patriots' 5-yard line.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Ravens 27, Patriots 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
First down, New England.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
On play action, Haskins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they be going forward in this game?
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And they needed a break. Quarter defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a score closer.
The extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they'll begin by running the option. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
6-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stepping up, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Again, it's Michel. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The pickup there, 5 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
First down, Patriots.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. Fourth down, here's Haskins. Letting one go deep for his running back, White. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time, You know those guys watched him all week.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will take a knee here.
Ready. Watch the run. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Time to go, night.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head